now it's finished, and I think it looks good. And if it was not for the wood, I could rent it as a chalet with a beautiful view from here. Not today, but the final cost was about 5,000 yen. So almost everything recycling, and that board everywhere I used. It's from the company I work in, Omachi. They are selling that for firewood, but it makes also very useful boards and cheap one. A full cage rug for 2,000 yen. So now I have just to wait until spring and see if it's strong enough to resist the snow. I made 3 parts inside, and every year it will be one of them, so I will have a turnover, and the wood can dry for 2 years. So even if the airflow is not good, because stacking all the wood like that, the middle will not dry very well, but as I will do that for 2 years, it will have time to dry. I will feel better to have a post in the middle of each beam, but the flooring is not that strong anyway. It's just pallet, so I couldn't set any post. It's not a garage for a car or something like that, so I don't know.
Francois and Noriko have a lot of plans for the future of the Kominka. Of course, it will be their home. But Francois envisions a sort of oasis in the middle of the mountains where people can come, have a cup of coffee and some homemade jam while enjoying the simple, quiet life. Ideally, they'll come here to learn how they can live a sustainable life in accordance with nature too. But creating your oasis requires a bit of preparation. Francois hopes to be self-sustaining as much as possible, and that means they need to produce as much fruit, grain, and vegetables as possible on their land. It also means having enough wood to make sure the guests are warm in the winter.
I know one of the first things people have to do when they buy a land is to plant some fruit trees, because if you wait at the end of the renovation to plant, you will lose maybe 3 or 4 years. So planting straight when you move in, and when you finish the renovation, the tree already have 3 or 4 years. So all around I plant kaki, chestnut, hazelnuts, and a fig, yeah, something like that around here. But I want really as much fruit as possible. I seeded clovers because that's the higher size of the clover, so that means I don't need to do any maintenance, and it will make the soil better and better. It's good to improve the soil. When it's the flower season, it's also beautiful. It's all white. Well, maybe next year will be even denser. Now it's late anyway, so just let the snow clean everything.
But when creating a mountain oasis, it's not only about sustainability. Beauty and aesthetics also play a big role in the decisions Francois and Noriko make. They want to use nature to create a place that is comfortable. Down in Hakuba, there are a lot of new houses being built. And if you've been following the channel, you know that Francois is often called on to clear the trees for those builds.
Before cutting the trees, and in Hakuba they will make the land flat, so just take every bushes out. So I decide to take some maple because I love maple trees. There is so many kinds, so I can make a maple garden like Momiji. I think it will be beautiful in autumn. So, takes just about 30 minutes, and I got maybe 30 maple trees. Well, now I have to find places to plant. It's a bit early on my project because the land is not ready yet, but we'll find a way.